We have a lot to cover, an action-packed part 1 of Global Dokkan's 9th anniversary. In tomorrow's video, I'm going to break down the entire part 1 in terms of how many free-to-play Dragonstones and rewards you can expect. But for now, I just want to go through all of the events and all of the content, all of the characters and the EZAs and all of that you can expect to see. If I were to combine this as well as all the free-to-play Dragonstones, this will definitely be a super long video. So stay tuned for the breakdown tomorrow. But for now, let's just go through all of the events and characters and EZAs and all that great stuff that you can expect. We are literally like 20 subscribers away from 62k. So if you want to, see us hit that, go ahead and subscribe if you want. If not, don't worry about it. As long as you're here and you're getting the content that you need, that's all that really matters. I appreciate your support. Let's hop into this breakdown for part 1. I'll also do this for part 2 and part 3, as well as the Dragonstone breakdown for part 2 and part 3 as well. So do not miss out on those videos. Here we go. First things first, we have the login bonus. Pretty, simple. Then we have the 9th anniversary special missions here. Again, nothing too crazy. And then starting off with the bangers that everyone is really looking forward to. We have both banners for part 1. These banners will be dropping around the 8th or 9th for Global Dokkan. When we get the data download and all the other information, even maybe from the live stream tonight, we'll be able to get a good confirmation on when exactly these banners should be dropping. So again, stay tuned for all of that. But this is what the banner looks like and will look like for, LR Gogeta here. Pretty decent banner, especially because STR UI Goku is here. And STR UI Goku, of course, it's God Goku, but when he awakens, it's STR LR UI. He gets an EZA. His EZA is already out on Global, so that being the case is great. Also, this Broly trio does get an EZA during part 1 as well, so honestly, in terms of relevance, also these two characters here, Paragus and Broly, get an EZA in part 1, as well as Bardock and Gine. So you have literally 4 characters on this banner that are getting EZAs in this celebration, so there is definitely value there. But in terms of just, overall value, the Broly banner is just going to be a lot better, less featured, I guess, fodder overall. A lot of these characters are very powerful. If you're looking for top tier characters, and if you don't want to really wait for Beast Gohan, then this is going to be the banner for you. And of course, there will be, discounts and all that great stuff and tickets when it comes to these banners. So make sure to not miss out on these. Again, you can skip these guys and wait for Beast that'll drop, a week and a half to 2 weeks after the release of these two. Or you can go ahead and summon. I dropped multiple videos on how you should manage your stones, so feel free to check those out. I can't, waste too much of your time going over that in this video. Then, of course, we have the Dokkan events, or I guess Dokkan event, since it's one Carnival banner and one Dokkan Fest banner for Broly. And then we have the Dokkan Awakening campaign. This is going to allow you to do some quick missions to get the Dokkan medals needed to awaken these characters, which is going to make it a lot easier for you to awaken them and not have to spend a lot of time grinding those Dokkan awakening medals if you haven't already. Then of course we have the tickets here. Now so these missions are going to allow us to get the rainbow tickets that, again, allow you to summon on any of the anniversary banners that you want. You have to pick only one banner, of course, but it still allows you to get that free summon off. I will go over all of these missions once they drop in game, so stay tuned for that. And then we have this 9th anniversary ticket banner. Did I pull it up? I did not pull it up. It's literally just a ticket banner that has a bunch of, featured banner units from previous Dokkan event release or Dokkan Fest releases. Nothing too incredibly hype or anything with this banner, but I will say that you do get access to the potential of pulling LRs from these tickets. So make sure to continue doing all those missions. Make sure you're logging into the game every single day and getting as much done as possible, because again, free tickets equal free chances for new characters and even LR. So please make sure, again, to do all the missions that allow you to get these 9th anniversary tickets here. Then we have the coin exchange. When it comes to the coin exchange, it's going to look similar to every other coin exchange that we've ever gotten for the anniversary, allowing you to exchange coins for type specific Kais, for previous exclusive characters from anniversaries, or from, you know, global versus JP campaigns. You get a bunch of different options to buy whatever the heck you want. If you want some more potential orbs, you can definitely do that. Some more support items, you can definitely do that. I would say the most valuable thing you can buy here are A, potential orbs, and B, Kais here. You can get these, you know, you can, if you really wanted to, get these characters if you're missing some of these guys, but Kais and orbs, especially orbs, because they're not as available as some of these other things in the game, then of course you can go ahead and get those Kais and orbs, just, you know, since they are the most valuable thing currently. Then we have the redstone and purple stone select. The redstone will be a completely free stone that we get from logging in. You'll be able to buy whoever you want. I'll do a video on who you should pick, and same thing with the purple premium stone there. Then we have step up I forgot what this was here. LR premium. Okay, so it seems like this is going to be something that you can buy in the shop, I believe, that gives you dragon stones, as well as another one of these purple stones that allows you to, again, buy whoever you want in the shop. So there you go. Some sales, some of this stuff that we just click on a little announcement thing, we get some dragon stones there. Now we're finally hopping into some of these events. So 2 new story events we really have to bring up. One is the Beerus, or I guess Battle of Gods story event here. And the main thing to basically take away is that Beerus is a new free-to-play LR for the anniversary. When you grind Beerus, make sure to run the Realm of Gods category to, you know, get the grind done as fast as possible. And if you do not want to touch this event ever again, what you need to do is grind, I think it is 24 copies of Beerus. I think it's, yeah, you want 24 copies of Beerus. And the reason why I say that is because you're going to need 10 copies to get Beerus to SA10. And then you're going to need another 4 copies to fill out all of his dupes. So 14 copies in total for a completely rainbowed SA10 out of 10 Beerus. And then when you awaken Beerus into an LR, you're going to be at, you know, a discrepancy of 10 super attack levels, because when you awaken a character to an LR, they gain 10 super attack levels, so he'll be at SA10 out of 20, and that is where your second copy of an SA10 out of 10 Beerus will come in. You can feed that in for the SA20 out of 20, which will make up your 24 copies of Beerus. And I forgot, you can grind another copy of Beerus up to SA5, awaken that copy all the way to an LR, and whenever Beerus, or when Beerus gets its EZA in the celebration, then of course you can feed in that SA5 out of 5 copies. So actually 29 copies of Beerus in total. You need to awaken all 3 of them into an LR. One will be your rainbow copy, one will be just a simple SA10 copy, and another one will be a simple SA5 copy. Awaken all those to LR and you'll be prepared to go, and you will not have to touch this event, you know, again. Keep in mind that some missions and some stuff may appear in part 2 and part 3, but besides getting those missions out of the way and that grinding out of the way, as long as you're prepared with that, when part 2 drops and you can awaken him to an LR, then you don't have to do any more grinding, because all you got to do is just get those medals and you'll be good to go. It's also a lot better to do it with each part that releases, because if you wait until part 3 to start the Beerus grind, it's going to feel like you're grinding forever for all of these medals. So just get the grind done out of the way in part 1, and then you can awaken him in part 2, and you'll be good to go. So just keep that in mind. Then we have Frieza's Endless Ambition, another story event. This is week 2 super bosses, so make sure to run this category. And in this event, we do get a free-to-play Int Frieza from stage 1. Again, same thing with him. He doesn't awaken into an LR, so all you really need from him is just, again, I think it's, 19 copies, 14 for the Rainbow SA10, and then the extra 5 for when Frieza gets his EZA. So just keep that in mind. Next, we do have a new number of limited events, specifically talking about this Broly event. This is basically the Super Bosses EX Skill Orb event that's going to allow us to get skill orbs for the Super Bosses category. Then we have 2 new challenge events. One is going to be the Assassin's Territory. There is actually quite a few Dragon Stones you can grind from this. It looks like 15 in total with 4 Kais. you're going to be fighting a physical hit here. And hit's domain can be nullified by activating another domain. So yeah, you are basically fighting a boss that does have a domain, and the faster you beat it, the more rewards that you get, so keep that in mind. And then of course we have stages 1, 2, and 3 of what they like to call Blue Zone. So this is stage 1 will be versus Super Saiyan God Goku. Stage 2 will be versus Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta. And then stage 3 will be facing Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. These are the first 3 bosses that will appear. And then there's going to be a total of 8 stages in total. So what I'm going to assume is in part 2 we get stages 4, 5, 6. And then in part 3 we get stages 7 and stage 8 as well. Just keep that in mind. But only the first 3 stages will be available. And of course there are missions and tickets tied to this event, as well as some category missions that we'll cover when these stages actually come out. But the first thing you really need to keep in mind is clear stage 3 with all 5 extreme types, and then clear stage 1, 2, and 3. Everything else is pretty much gated until part 2 or even part 3. Then we have this more super missions to get extra rewards, and then we have a new Ultimate Red Zone movie version 2. Stages 6 and 7 specifically, not an entirely new event. If I can pull it up here, this is not it. This is boss. Here it is. So stages 6 and actually, hold on, give me 1 second. So for JP, this was stages 6 and stages 7. So this event has yet to come to global. So we'll be getting these bosses, I guess, released periodically. I don't know how they're going to separate it. There's 7 stages in total, so we could get 2 part 1, 2 part 2, and 3 for the last part of the anniversary. Again, I'm not too entirely sure how it's going to work, but yeah, I remember that this is JP's thing. We don't have global's information just yet, so I'm just going based off translated JP stuff, so I got thrown off by this a little bit. But again, this event will be releasing. And again, it's just more difficult content for you to wait. I swear Mercenary I feel like I've taken down Mercenary Tao. Am I just like slow? I feel like we've taken him down before, but I don't know, man. Next, we'll have to see how they handle this event for global, but I guess you can, And then I guess we'll have to see how they handle this event for a global Dokkan. I'm just going to assume that we'll be able to see, new stages for this. And then we have Boss Rush. Boss Rush returning is going to be great because Boss Rush does give out a nice bit. Actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so new stage of Boss Rush. I don't know specifically what stage it's going to be because I didn't really play JP's anniversary, but just know a new stage of Boss Rush will be arriving, so easy stones right there. We also have more support memory stuff releasing. We also have an Ultimate Clash, an anniversary specific Ultimate Clash. Again, a lot of Dragon Stones and rewards to get here. And this is going to be an exciting one because I've heard that this Ultimate Gohan isn't like the hardest boss ever, but definitely a step up from what we've had before. But again, I have not watched any content on this just yet, so I'll be facing this for the first time, and I'm definitely very excited to go through that. And then we just have events that are going to be held every single week, a lot of story events that are going to be releasing, a lot of EZAs are going to be available, a lot of the Extreme Z areas are going to be available, a lot of the Dokkan events. Being able to grind orbs every single day is going to be absolutely massive, as well as getting the EX skill orbs here. We'll see. I don't know if they give out any keys for free, but if they do, I'll definitely let you know. And these keys, of course, allow you to get those link level ups. And then this is all the countdown information, which we've already gone through. So a lot of content, a lot of things arriving for part 1 of Global Dokkan's Anniversary. Let me know how excited you are, and I can't wait to cover how many free-to-play Dragon Stones. That might be a lot. That video might be pretty long because there's just so much to go through, and I want to be as accurate as possible. So make sure to stay tuned. I'll see you in the next one. Merry Christmas and good night.